Traditional levels seem easy at first, but creating a traditional level can become really challenging. In this video, I'll take you through the creation process of making a traditional level. Let's get started. Step 1 is fairly straightforward. Go through the items and find one that's versatile enough to build your course around. In my case, I chose blue platforms because they are very versatile and have a lot of uses. The next step is picking items that will support your central mechanic. A way to find out what fits your central mechanic is by finding out your mechanic's behavior. For example, I have picked blue platforms. So for me, the behavior is falling. That's why I decided to use Thwomps, donut platforms, and cannons as my supportive elements. Now it's time to put enemies into our course. I recommend to only pick 1 or 2, and not to mix up too much. Just like I did in this video, your level needs an introduction. This means giving the player a safe environment to learn the new mechanic and experiment with it. Rest is very important in a traditional level. After the player completed the challenge, don't immediately throw them into the next one. Instead, use a platform that the player can stand on and maybe add a power-up or checkpoint. To be able to talk about a difficulty, we first need to know what makes something difficult. Let's rank the difficulty from 1 to 10 to see how to make our levels more difficult. This is absolutely not difficult. This is just the safe test arena, so I'll give it 1 difficulty. To make it a little more difficult, have the test arena with a mechanic with an enemy. It's still not difficult at all, but it's a little more difficult than previous time. A little difficult is just 1 jump with no ground. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about this one. And this is the same thing with just 1 enemy added. I mean, it's a little more difficult now, I guess. Now it's getting a challenge, actually. Multiple jumps, and because I've chose blue platforms, multiple jumps with blue platforms. Here we have the exact same thing with enemies added again. And this is actually hard, multiple jumps on wingless platforms. I think that if you're doing the same as me, you should put this at the end of your course. And now as a final challenge, this is very hard. A lot of jumps, enemies and supportive elements all at once. Basically put everything together that you have taught the player into your course. And for the last step, piecing it all together. Now that we know how we are going to make our course, let's start creating it. We start with the safe area and build up the difficulty along the way. Don't forget to make the rest points and add some power-ups and checkpoints. Oh, I almost forgot. Also add coins to indicate where the player needs to go and as a fun reward. And that's it, guys. I hope you now have made an amazing traditional level. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time.